What Jackie Robinson was really saying was, you give me a place on your team, I'll show you what a nice fella I am.
Right.
Just a regular human being like everybody else. Only my skin is kind of funny, but for long you won't even notice that.
That's what happened because we have more black players now than ever.
Sure, and you keep on depending on the goodness of the man's heart. Second base from the Dodgers as far as you'll ever get, because no majority ever gave a minority a fair share of the loot without force.
Well, force is something we can't really do because we're not united. Once we unite, we will have that force.
And for every one of them in the world, there's 2 non-whites going on 3. Don't forget that.
That sounds a little different, the white minority.
We've got the edge on power, but it's moving the other way, and that's what's really important.
Right. Well, thanks to people like you, everything will be all right.
Shalom alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
I was born Malcolm Little, but I never knew my real name. It was stolen from me along with my black soul 200 years before I was born. Little was a slave master name which some blue-eyed devil wished on my ancestors. This is good. Good. I got out of prison in Chicago. I received my X, the Muslim X that symbolizes the true African name I could never know. We give up the false slave name, but the X is a wall which bars us from the truth of our ancestors, and it is always a bitter reminder, like the bitter herbs the Jews eat on their Passover, to remember the bitterness of their slavery under Pharaoh. We are taught that we will keep this X until God himself returns and gives us a holy name from his own mouth. All right. All right, I like the book. One last thing. You know that clause in the publisher's contract, one about royalties?
All money's paid to Muhammad Mosque number 2 in Chicago?
Yeah, I want that changed.
Okay, fine. I'll get my agent on it, and lawyers from Grove Press.
I want all monies paid directly to my wife. You understand?
Sure. I can get a meeting set up for next week.
No, it's got to be done now. I think you know why.
You all right? There been any more threats?
I know the names of the men who will be sent to kill me.
Things have changed that much between you and Elijah Muhammad.
There will be an honored place in paradise for the ones who punish the traitor.
Have you called the police?
The police?
I think they'll just stand by and watch.
The dreary truth about the white man is that he is as flawed as everybody else. But not only do I object to you on moral grounds, I object to what you're doing on tactical grounds. If it came down to a show of arms, you're only 10% of the population. You're advocating suicide.
Maybe, but it's better than living like this.
Well, there is something else. There's nonviolent resistance.
Are you still talking about Gandhi? You are not Gandhi. You're a middle-class Southern preacher's son.
What I am isn't important. Why don't you use your charisma, your brilliance, to help our people live and not die?
Because they hurt us too much. Because there's no living with him. Because he'll lie and deceive us in the end.
The final truth isn't that you hate the white man. See, you hate being black. You can't see beyond your own personal rejection.
This country respects violence. Sometimes I think it's the only thing that it respects. You hold on to your position, you'll get discredited by your own people. Martin, I can help those demonstrations in Chicago succeed. Modify your stance on nonviolence. We'll appear nationally together. It's the best thing for our people.
I can't.
At least we have one thing in common. We're both dead men.
Both of you have a means of power. Now you, Mr. Ahmed, have a country rich in oil, something the white world needs, so you have power. You, Mr. Lepido, have a country rich in natural resources, so the world needs you. Both of you have power in a manner of speaking. All the black American has is the teachings of the white man, the knowledge of what he is.
Prophet and Minister, I am here too because I believe the majority of the world's population is of darker people.
I welcome this opportunity to invite you to Ghana to head our university.
We invite you to Mecca to learn the ways of Allah, to experience the riches. My country and my president want you.
No, I'll stay here. I appreciate your offer. Thank you.
Verse 10. Are there any questions?
Hey, watch it, baby. This cat is heavy on religion.
I can see this has become a struggle between good and evil. Satan has a question.
Yes, sir, Chaplain Gill, but since neither one of us are God, I don't think either one of us are in any position to say who's good and who's evil.
Why don't you just ask your question?
We were discussing the disciples. What color were they?
Well, I don't think we know that for certain.
But they were Hebrews, were they not?
That's right.
As was Jesus. Jesus was also a Hebrew.
Why don't you just ask your question?
What color were the original Hebrews?
I have told you that we don't know that for certain.
Then you can't believe for certain that Jesus was white.
Just a moment. God is white. Isn't it obvious?
Well, that is obvious, but we don't know if it's obvious that God is white. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Jesus did not have blonde hair and blue eyes. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the images of Jesus that are on prison walls and churches throughout the world are not historically correct, because history teaches us that Jesus was born in a region where the people had color. There's proof in the very Bible that you ask us to read in Revelation, 1st chapter, verse 14 and 15, that Jesus had hair like wool and feet the color of brass.
Just what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm proving to you that Jesus was not, and I might quote one of our Indian brothers, he was not a paleface.
Aha.
Amen.
Isn't that interesting?
When I heard about those 4 little girls and got bombed at that Birmingham church, the prohibitions of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad prevented me from speaking my thoughts in action. Because Birmingham was part of the civil rights struggle, you know, begging for our place at the white man's table. But dead children are dead children. So the anger I felt I had to contain. I locked it up so tight, my muscles seized. I lost control over the right side of my body. My leg gave out. Right arm gave out. I'm having a stroke, I thought. But I had to hold it in because all I wanted to do was find something and break it. Break apart, break any part of this system, because you are so provoked in your heart and your spirit as a human being at dead children. And I could do nothing. Everyone knows I can't do nothing anymore. So Elijah Muhammad has suspended me as a minister in the Nation of Islam.
Man, you can fix that.
I don't know. I'll try when we get back. You get some rest, champ.
All right, brother.
This is the year when all of the white politicians will be back in the so-called Negro community jiving you and me for some votes. Now, you never see them until election time. You can't find them until election time. But this is the year when all of the white political crooks will be right back in the Negro community, building up our hopes for a letdown with their trickery and treachery and their false promises which they don't intend to keep. Now, as they nourish these dissatisfactions, it can only lead to one thing: an explosion. I'm no politician. I'm not a Democrat, nor a Republican, nor an American, and I got sense enough to know it. I'm one of the 22 million black victims of the Democrats, one of the 22 million black victims of the Republicans, and one of the 22 million black victims of Americanism. And when I speak, I don't speak as a Democrat or a Republican. I speak as a victim of America's so-called democracy. Why, you and I, we've never seen any democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. We don't see any American dream. We experience only the American nightmare. It's time for us to submerge our differences and realize that we all have the same problem. A problem that'll make you catch hell whether you're a Baptist or a Methodist or a Muslim or a nationalist. We all in the same bag, we all in the same boat, and we all gonna catch the same hell from the same man. That man just happens to be an old blue-eyed, blonde-haired, bad-smelling white man. And when he get ready to wring your neck, why, he's not going to stop to inquire about your religious beliefs. No, he's gonna hang you because you're black. Now, in speaking like this, it doesn't mean that we are anti-white, no. But it does mean that we are anti-oppression, anti-degradation, and anti-exploitation. So if the white man doesn't want us to be anti-him, then let him stop socially degrading us, politically oppressing us, economically exploiting us. Every time there's an election, the races are so close that they have to have a recount. They had to recount over in Massachusetts. It was so close. Same thing with Kennedy and Nixon when they ran for president. What does this mean? Well, it means that every time these old white politicians are evenly divided and black people have a block of votes to their own, it's left up to you and me to decide who's going to sit in the White House and who's going to be in the doghouse. The time is long overdue for you and me to become more politically mature and realize exactly what the ballot is for, what we're supposed to get when we cast a ballot, and that if we don't cast a ballot, it's going to end up in a situation where we're going to have to cast a bullet. There's a new type of black man on the scene in America today, one who doesn't intend to just sit around and turn the other cheek. It'll be a ballot or it'll be a bullet. It'll be ballots or it'll be bullets. It'll be liberty or it'll be death. The only difference with this kind of death is that it'll be reciprocal. Now, if you never hear from me again, if you never see my face another time in your life, if I happen to die in the morning, why, you better believe I'll die saying one thing: the ballot or the bullet.
That wasn't necessary.
Yes, that absolutely was necessary.
We're supposed
Cash.
to be friends,
Yes, well, I am
man.
his friend, and that is why I am trying to give him a wake-up call. There is no more room for anyone Not you, not me, not Jimmy, not Sam, no one to be standing on the fence anymore. Our people are literally dying in the streets every day. Black people are dying every day. And a line has got to be drawn in the sand, Jimmy. A line that says either you stand on this side with us or you stand over on that side against us, Cass. And I believe in that brother's potential, Jimmy, too much. Too much to let him stay over on the other side.
I better go get him for you.
Are you okay? Betty and the kids?
Ozzie Davis and Ruby D are looking after him. They're shook up, but unhurt. I'm staying here on my own.
You need to let me help you. You understand that, right? First, they're fucking you in. Now, they blew up your goddamn house.
I owe you an apology about the UN. I read about it in the paper.
I shouldn't have pulled my gun.
We're both stubborn, you and I.
Malcolm, listen to me. I'm begging you. Let my men join your protective detail. The followers guarding you, they're not professionals. Let me protect you.
I'm already a dead man walking. There's nothing you or anyone can do about it.
I don't want to hear that kind of talk.
I can't lie to you, Bumpy. I want to live a long life. I want to enjoy my family. I want to grow old with my kids and my wife. But I can't ignore my people's suffering. What I want doesn't matter anymore. I accept that I am going to be killed. I made my peace with it.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches them.
Malcolm, please stop. I am not the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's wife. I am your wife. What do you want?
I don't know how to be married.
Me either.
But I'm here.
And I'm with you, always. Since neither of us knows what it is we're doing, we have to figure this out together. It's Betty and Malcolm. Not Betty, Malcolm, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And...
there's more.
Indeed there is. My class. Malcolm, you can't do that to me again. You can't tell me what to do. I am a whole person, and the choices in my life cannot be small, and you can't make them for me. I need time to figure out the kind of Muslim wife and mother I want to be. I won't have it any other way.
I just want you home with our baby. I don't trust anybody else.
I understand, Malcolm. I will take care of it. I will always protect our children.
Child.
We're not going to have more?
I imagine attempts will be made. I'm gonna try, Betty.
I will too. Sorry I left.
No, you're not.
I'm glad you came to find me.
If you leave again, I'm not gonna come.
Yes, you will.
So is there anything else you want?
I want to dance.
Professionally?
Oh, stop it. Don't be silly. I mean, I want to dance with you. Here. Now.
Yeah?
Are you going to offer me your hand?
Girl, if you don't get up here and dance with me.